All right.
Test 1 2.
You get them back there. You know, I don't need you back there. What's that?
Test 1 2.
Test 1 2.
Test 1 2.
Test 1 2.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Needed.
got another one on relation later. Oh, wait.
I don't see no extra camera. See you.
In this video, I've got my hands on the brand, and you have access to Blackmagic's Fairlight audio inputs. Now, firstly, on the back of here, you have an HDMI out, and I like to see it more of an aux out because it's not just going to force you to take a program feed out from the HDMI, but it's actually a selectable output. And I'll show you what controls you have and what things you can select for the HDMI out a little later on in this video. Secondly, and arguably most importantly, is the USB-C port on the back of the A10 Mini. Blackmagic have labelled it as a webcam output, and that's because when you connect the A10 Mini up to your computer via USB, and yes, it can be a USB-C to USB Type A cable, just make sure it's USB 3 and not USB 2. You don't have to scramble around for a Thunderbolt 3 cable or anything like that. But once you connect everything up, not only will you be able to control the A10 Mini via the software, but your computer will actually detect it as a webcam input. And that means via one cable, you can bring in your full 1080p 60 output into your computer for recording, streaming, or even into applications like Skype or FaceTime. So it makes the whole thing truly plug and play. And I've got to say, from all of my testing, it just works.
Oh, it look good,
And
bro.
then finally, to finish off what we have on the back here of the A10 Mini, you have an Ethernet port.
Let me move.
to control the A10 Mini.
So you can do your
Ethernet
thing.
or hook it up to a network.
Is that cord long enough?
Then, of course, you have the
Just
grounding
going on.
input as well.
You
Kudos
don't
to
want
Blackmagic
to
for
run
making
it,
sure it's a
right?
locking connector, so it's not going to get yanked out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we just run it down and come around.
So that's what you get on the back of the A10 Mini. I will go through the front in just a second. But for now, let's plug it in, jump into the software, and I'll show you how to set it up. When you first connect up the A10 Mini, like I've done here, you'll need to download the latest software. So head to Blackmagic's website, hit support, click A10 Live Production Switches, and then download and install the most recent A10 Switcher update. Very quick disclaimer here, I'm actually using a pre-production model of the Blackmagic A10 Mini with beta software that Blackmagic very kindly provided me for this video. And what that means is, by the time that you're watching this right now, there would have been many software updates. And so some of the settings that you see might be slightly different or in a different location, but everything should still make sense. First thing you're going to want to do is launch the A10 setup application. If we go into the About tab first, you can set your device's name here and also check what software version the A10 Mini is running. In the Configure tab, there's some key options to set up here too. If you want to connect your A10 Mini to a network via Ethernet for control, you can set up the network details in this top section here. Then if we move down to the panel settings, you can first set your switching mode. So if you want to be able to preview the shot before taking it to air, you can select Preview Program. Or if you like living on the risky side and just want to smash the input buttons for the A10 to cut to that shot as soon as you hit it, then Cut Bus is for you. Now the picture-in-picture key and the gear settings here are pretty much the same. So you can either set them to drop with transition, and that means when the picture-in-picture and gear is turned on, and we can head over to the A10 software control to set up a few more things. When you launch the software control, you should see a virtual version of your A10 Mini. Any button presses you make on the physical A10 Mini will reflect here in the software output. All of your inputs will be rescaled to these settings. On the audio tab, you have the option to split them both control. You'll see a menu option called Outputs, and if you click DMI, it bypasses all of the internal processing that's goes direct as the HDMI outputs. Pretty much all of the basic settings done. Now, as we're in the main console, let me explain what you've got here. Page 1 is the switching. You have media with media, as well as a master level control 2.+3. Left, you can see your program bar with all of the sources available. The A10 Mini, you have 4 camera feeds, color bars, and media goes into a preview button, and each mic go follows video Mini and a brief description about the channel very soon. So watch out here so that we can flip between multiple angles and I can show you. So the only other thing that I really need to do is head up here to this button where it says create a video or post. I'm going to click on that and then I'm going to hit go live. Now, because as we mentioned before, the A10 Mini is seen as a webcam input on your computer, it means you don't have to worry about any third-party streaming applications like OBS or Wirecast. You don't have to worry about any stream keys or URLs. With sites like YouTube and Facebook Live, they all allow you to use a webcam as an input. So that's all we do. We just hit webcam up here. Give our broadcaster titles. I'm going to put A10 Mini test broadcast. I'm going to set it to private, so this one's just for us. And then I'm going to hit the more options button to enable us to choose which webcam I use. I've got a few plugged in here. If I was using one up here, but I want to use the A10 Mini for video. And then I can choose a microphone as well. So if I wanted to use the Rode microphone, I could. But in this case, I'm going to select Blackmagic Design, as that is what the A10 chooses for a name for its audio. But I want to use the A10 Mini for video. This one's just for us. I'm going to hit the broadcaster titles. I'm going to put A10 Mini test broadcast. broadcast. I'm going to set it to private, so that this one's just for us. And then I'm going to hit the more options button. To enable us to choose